You said, and I quote, "I think worse than that, sir, you will see millions of otherwise law-abiding citizens become felons overnight."
Yes.
For nothing more than having scary-looking features on firearms. I was quite surprised by your answer. You read the bill before you came to Congress to testify against it, yes?
If we are referring to the ban on assault weapons?
Correct.
Yes.
So you knew that the bill would allow any gun owner to maintain possession of any semi-automatic assault weapon that was lawfully possessed before the bill became law.
No, so that is the case under that bill. The problem is,
Reclaiming
anytime
my
that is
time.
transferred to anybody
Reclaiming
else,
my time,
that now
Madam
becomes
Chair,
an
would
issue.
you please instruct the witness that the time belongs to me?
If you don't want to hear an answer to my question, I'm not sure what is being asked.
The gentlelady has reclaimed her time.
So you knew that the bill, you said yes in response to my question, that you knew the bill would allow the gun owner to maintain possession of any semi-automatic assault weapon that was lawfully possessed before the bill becomes law. Ms. Swearer, I respect that we have different opinions on Representative Cicilline's assault weapons law, but we cannot have different facts. We have a duty to debate the merits of proposal. You falsely testified under oath.
Would you
that
like
that
the
bill,
explanation of
no,
why
I will
I said
not.
that?
I have not yielded, Ms. Swearer.
Suspend.
Madam Chair, if she's going to ask questions, shouldn't she let the witness have time to
The
answer
gentleman
the
is
question?
not recognized.
You falsely testified under
Madam
oath.
Chair,
I
point
did
of
not.
order, point of order.
What is the gentleman's point?
I've been
of order?
accused of falsely testifying
She-
under oath,
the-
and I would like to
the-
address it.
The gentlewoman has accused her of perjury. Is she going to hold to that, or are you going to allow the witness to respond to that accusation of criminal conduct?
You have not come forward with a significant point of order. Ms. Porter will continue.
I asked you if that bill was correct, if the bill would allow any gun owner to maintain possession, and you said yes. Yet you testified that the bill would allow people to become felons overnight. Earlier today, you testified that you hoped that this was the last time you testified before Congress. For the sake of our nation and the integrity of this Congress,
I said
I do
Congress
too.
after a mass shooting, trying to figure out how to solve a problem that we are all heavily invested in solving.
Ms. Swearer,
That is
I have not
insulting.
Chair, point of order,
asked a
point of order.
question.
How dare you?
Reclaiming my time. How dare you misstate the law?
How dare you
at
ask questions that you
legislation.
do not even want an answer to?
I love how Katie Porter decides to say that we have different facts as she sits here and says the term assault weapons, which is the most patently absurd term the Democrats love to use. What is an assault weapon? And most of them can't answer that question. And I know because back a few years ago, back in the 2020 elections, I went and interviewed all of the Dem presidential candidates at the Iowa State Fair. As you know, they go there every presidential election to go pretend to be normal people and eat a corn dog, maybe have a jalapeno corn margarita, and pretend that they're just one of us. But I went out there and I interviewed the Democratic presidential candidates and I asked each one of them, what is an assault weapon? Can you define an assault weapon? And what's incredible is that all of these people, though they use this term all the time, most of them couldn't even give me an answer. And when they did give an answer, they were so wildly different because it doesn't exist. Assault weapon, every gun is an assault weapon. But they're using this term to really, the only thing being assaulted here is our Second Amendment. The Second Amendment says shall not be infringed, and it doesn't say shall not be infringed unless Katie Porter doesn't like the weapons that are being created. It says shall not be infringed because the purpose of the Second Amendment was very clear, for us to protect our other rights granted in the Constitution and to protect against a tyrannical government. There is no First Amendment, there is no other amendments without the Second Amendment to protect them. And how disgusting are these people that they use the blood of children to promote their arguments, to promote their political ideology. If they actually cared about gun violence, if they actually cared about children, maybe instead of sending money to Ukraine, maybe they would spend money protecting our schools and maybe not making every school a gun-free zone, maybe not making it a target for any deranged lunatic who wants to have mass casualties.